So today we're going to be talking about the new Pryzm from Armstrong. And fortunately, in order to do that, I'm joined by Kelvin Collyer from Viaduct Carpet Court in Tamworth. Welcome, Kel.
Hi.
Thanks for coming along. For members that didn't get to the national conference recently held in Queensland, Cal and his wife Julie were awarded the National Member of the Year award. So congratulations for an excellent year, Cal.
Thank you very much. Yeah, it was a real honour.
It's been an awesome year.
Yeah, great.
Yeah. So in February we launched the Pryzm product to the members around Australia, and we were then had the samples delivered into stores in would have been in April.
April. Yeah.
I think you got hold of some loose boards. And
yeah, I jumped on board fairly quickly after going to the launch, and I could sort of see some potential in this, and I sort of ordered a couple of pallets, so they fast-tracked a set of boards to me. Yeah.
Yeah, and off you went.
Yeah. And
so it's been pretty good for you, hasn't it?
Oh, it's been massive. Massive. Yeah.
Excellent. So, so the reason why it's so good to have Cal here today is that without a shadow of doubt, Viaduct Carpet Court's the #1 seller of Pryzm in Australia. So we're going to run through some pros and cons about the Pryzm product right now. So Carpet Court's the #1 retailer on hybrid flooring in Australia by a country mile. We invented the category back in May last year, and we're selling more hybrid flooring now than we do laminate flooring already, and the category's only just turned 1. So we're really showing great leadership in that space to date, and that'll continue. But what I want to know from you, Cal, and the members that are watching, we need to know, you've sold nearly 40 pallets of this product already since it launched, which is a phenomenal amount of product. What's going on in Tamworth?
I've got a few more orders this month, so I'm up to 50 pallets now.
What's going on?
Well, it's just something that's quite unique, being Carpet Court exclusive, that we've got 100% waterproof laminate. The scratch resistance, its stability, it's got everything going for it. The layers are excited about it. It's just a game changer, as Anthony sort of said at the launch. It really is a game changer. It's just ticking all the boxes as far as being a saleable product to our customers.
It delivers on all the hybrid story. But then now we called it Hybrid 2.0 as a bit of a bow around the whole thing when we launched it. But to be fair, it is. I mean, it's introduced scratch resistance, dint resistance, and stain resistance, and arguably flame resistance to a category that was already doing really well. And that's the big thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. I've mostly been a laminate store rather than the vinyl store anyway, so I was selling a lot of Uniclick previous to this, and I always laid my quick step on quiet step underlay, which took a lot of that pitter patter out, but this is even more soundproof. It hasn't got the pitter patter like a laminate has got, so it's really heavy, really hugs the floor. So therefore, our clients are just much happier with the finished product on it. They're over the moon, and people are coming in asking for it already because they've got friends that have got it, and they're just coming in asking for it left, right and centre.
Yeah, excellent.
So once you get that momentum happening, and that's why we've been so successful with it, because the momentum's causing more sales.
Yeah, and because your team in the store and out in the field, your subcontractors, haven't had any issues at all, it really helps build that confidence and feeds that
most definitely.
belief.
It's got all the, it ticks all the boxes. It ticks all the boxes. That there's no ailments with it at all. There's been some talk within some other members about bowing of the boards. I've had, when they're hanging there, but as far as the stock, when you're laying it on the floor, it just hugs the floor so well. So we've had no issues whatsoever in any installations of any cupping of boards or anything. So.
Yeah, it's good that you mentioned the bowing, because I agree, a lot of members have talked about the bowing. So And I think what the members are talking about, if I just show this into the camera, is where the boards are bowing like that. And when they're hanging, right?
Yep.
That's what they're talking about. So they're hanging up like that. And the reason is that the reason why they do have a little bit of a bow in them is that underneath this aluminium oxide surface coating, there's the photographic layer, and then underneath the photographic layer there's a layer of fire-resistant wood-based material, which is then applied to the SPC core. And so because of those layers and then the surface tension that you end up with the aluminium oxide, and it doesn't have the aluminium oxide on the back. Oh, sorry, like a melamine coating on the back, like a laminate, does it?
No.
That's why you get a little bit of a bow in a loose board.
Yeah.
But once they're installed,
No, not a problem.
not a problem at all.
They really hug the floor well. So there's no boards that are sitting up that cause any pitter patter.
Yeah.
They hug the floor. They just sort of really, when they're all anchored together, the sheer weight of them, they just pull down, and there's no pitter patter in them at all. They're really, really good.
Yeah, good work. Thanks for that feedback. So, just to talk about the benefit of this product being exclusive, Carl, you've got a bit of a story about your competitors in Tamworth and this product?
Yeah, well, I've got a lot of competition in Tamworth, so I've really got to be on my game. And having a product like this that I could be out there in the marketplace selling exclusively is just a win-win. So I think we all just need to get on board with it and just embrace what we've got, because it's just a magic product that is not going to cause us any grief with scratching and that as vinyl does. And it's really layer friendly. Like, our layers are over the moon with it. They come back, they're really positive, so happy layer. Happy retailer, so it's really good. So
what exactly did your installers saying about the product and why they enjoy installing this particular product?
Well, the size of the plank, it's just a one person, whereas if you get it onto a larger plank, you really need two to pull the board in, but you only need the one here. When they're installing, they click the sides in, and they're using a tapping block just to finish it off, because you're 99% there. That tapping block will just finish it off, and it's really, really simple to do. And then knocking the ends down. But it's so, like, instead of having to double click like you do with a lot of products, you don't have to do that. They like that. No underlay, being able to just install with the built-in underlay. It's just a win-win.
Yeah, and it's probably arguably the most robust of all of the hybrids on the market. Isn't
without a doubt.
In terms of its stability, like that. So,
See, there's no other hybrid on the market that we can scratch it with a key or whatever, and show our customer how scratch resistant it is. I never claim to be scratch proof. It's scratch resistant. But the big one too is waterproof. How you can sort of claim that it is waterproof, because that's backed by the manufacturer's warranty. Yeah, well, we've certainly had this product sitting in buckets of water for days and days and days, and no change in its dimensions at all. So that's a definite claim that can be held up. So absolutely. So get behind your exclusive products, and Cal's proof in the pudding that the other retailers in Tamworth would love to have the Pryzm product, wouldn't they? They've been chasing Armstrong for it, believe me, because I've really got it out there in the marketplace, and it's hurting them. Yeah, and I know. I had a couple of calls from Armstrong to say that there's other retailers in town that have rung them asking for the product, and obviously it's carpet courts and carpet courts alone. Whilst we support the product, and that's where it's a win-win. Like, there's so many other hybrids out there on the market, but nothing unique like this at the moment. So this is where this is such a game changer. Yeah. So when it comes to converting customers across, like, they're going to be coming into our stores and they're asking for an LVT, or they're asking for a hybrid, or whatever, and obviously our competitors have some hybrid products now as well. You're obviously directing your customers to purchase this because it's exclusive and because no one else in Australia has anything like this. What techniques are you and your sales team using to do that? The scratch resistance of this is a big one. Like, there's lots of other hybrids in vinyls which I've had a little bit of grief with. I've laid thousands of metres of hybrids in vinyls over the last couple of years, or since they've been out.
Yeah.
And I have had a little bit of grief with complaints of scratching.
Yep, yep.
And with this product here, you just don't get that. So being able to sell a product in confidence that it's not going to scratch and mark and is 100% waterproof, that's where
that's what you're up to.
That's where we're getting over the line with it all the time.
Yeah. And are you putting some of this into builder clients as well, like new homes and stuff like that?
Heaps and heaps. Yeah.
So I'm assuming that when we sort of developed this product with Armstrong and with the factory CFL, we were really thinking that the builder market would get behind this, because you can install this and then other trades can still come in and do their work without damaging your floor, you know.
Yeah, that's where a couple of our builders we've been laying vinyls, and they're been putting skirting boards on after, and there has been a bit of damage caused because it is a bit softer and it is marking. This product here is not indestructible, but it's going to be so much more robust for the builders and the painters coming back, working on top of it, and limited damage to it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so it's hitting all of the main things that it needs to, which is exactly what we hoped it would.
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So, Kel, I remember speaking to Armstrong, and they'd relayed a conversation that they'd had with you around the benefits of freight, because obviously Tamworth's a regional area, and you might not know, but I think it was about 56% of our members are located in regional areas around Australia, obviously not all located in the city. So tell me the story around this and freight, and why you see this as better than a 1.5 or a 1.8 product.
Well, because of the size of the plank, the length of the plank, we're only getting charged a 1 pallet space.
Yeah.
Sure, it's a heavy product. I was using one carrier which was costing me $2.70 a metre to bring it from Sydney to Tamworth, and I'd done some negotiating with another local carrier, it's only cost me $1.35 a square metre to bring it to town. So it's cheaper than bringing a pallet of laminate or longer plank vinyl, or
because you're paying a double pallet rate.
Yeah, double pallet rate.
Yeah.
So it's, even though it is very heavy, it is being quite economical to bring in with freight.
Yeah, so it's one of the factors to think about if you're in a regional area around Australia. The freight costs are very relevant. Freight costs are a huge part of running a regional store, to freight from Brisbane or Sydney or Melbourne, Adelaide or Perth, depending on where you are. Or even worse, if you're in Hobart and you've got to get product across from Melbourne. So that's something to really consider. So thanks very much for stopping in. I know you've been busy visiting a couple of factories and mills down here in Melbourne. So great that you could spend some time and share some of your thoughts with the members and their sales teams around Australia.
Cheers, thanks very much.
Thanks, mate.
Thanks, Anthony.
So please be aware that in August we're going to be running a huge promotion around the Pryzm product. So it's going to be similar in size to the Velez launch. Armstrong are getting behind it and tipping in some extra money that you'll be happy to hear about, Cal. So we'll be running stuff on television and digital, and also consumer competition as well, where they can win an Armstrong Pryzm floor as well. So get behind the product, get your teams trained up on the Pryzm. Make sure you're contacting Armstrong. If you'd like to get some 600 by 900 samples, you can get those as well. You don't have to just rely on the hanging samples, and you could also consider having some Pryzm installed on your floor as a display floor as well in your store. So that's all for now, and thanks very much.